After the death of Prophet Muhammad in 632 AD, Abu Bakr was chosen as the first caliph of the Muslim community. He ruled from 632 to 634 AD and died of natural causes. He was succeeded in 634 AD by Umar ibn al-Khattab, who served as the second caliph until his assassination in 644 AD. Following Umar's death, Uthman ibn Affan was appointed as the third caliph, beginning his rule in 644 AD. Known for his considerable wealth and steadfast loyalty to both the Prophet and the early Muslim community, Uthman was born into the influential Umayyad clan of Quraysh. He also became the Prophet's son-in-law through his marriages to two of the Prophet's daughters, first to Ruqayya bint Muhammad, who died in 624 AD, and later to Kulthum bint Muhammad. During Uthman's caliphate, the Muslim empire expanded significantly beyond the Arabian Peninsula, extending its authority into North Africa, eastern Iran, Central Asia, and the Caucasus. One of the most consequential initiatives of Caliph Uthman's rule was the standardization of the Quran. At that time, Islam had spread far and wide, and differences in reading the Quran in different dialects of Arabic language became obvious. A group of companions headed by Hudhaifa ibn al-Yaman, who was then stationed in Iraq, came to Uthman.
O Caliph Uthman, variations in Quranic recitations are growing across the expanding caliphate. I urged you to save the Muslim community before they start disagreeing about the Quran.
Although our previous caliph tried to standardize the Quran, the problem apparently still persists. I must compile a single authorized codex.
According to Sahih al-Bukhari, Uthman obtained the manuscript of the Quran from Hafsa, and he summoned Zayd ibn Thabit to do the task to make a new standardized Quran.
Said, you had previously served as one of the Prophet Muhammad's scribe. I appointed you to oversee the collection and compilation of the Quranic verses.
Yes, Your Honor, I will do it.
This process was complex and politically sensitive, as it required the destruction of all Quranic copies that did not conform to the standardized text. This decision was not universally accepted. Senior Quran specialists, most notably Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, resisted the imposition of the new standardized text and refused to surrender their personal copies.
You cannot take away his Quran.
This is the command of the Caliph. You may know me from the Al-Zut event. I was the one who accompanied Prophet Muhammad to the desert in the middle of the night to meet naked Al-Zut, who liked to ride the Prophet all night long. Years later, I became one of the Prophet's most esteemed companions and a leading authority on the Quran in Kufa. Now, the new Caliph wants me to hand over my Quran so that it can be destroyed. How can that be? I learned more than 70 surahs directly from the mouth of the Messenger of Allah, while Zayd ibn Thabit was still a youth with 2 sidelocks.
Uthman instructed his governor in Kufa, Al-Walid ibn Uqba, to confiscate Ibn Mas'ud's codex by force if necessary, and to compel the surrender of all non-Uthmanic manuscripts. Al-Walid had Ibn Mas'ud brought publicly to the mosque. They beat Ibn Mas'ud until his ribs were broken. After that, Ibn Mas'ud's personal codex was seized and subsequently destroyed, either burned or otherwise eliminated, along with other non-standard copies.
This is just unacceptable. Ibn Mas'ud was among the earliest followers of the Prophet Muhammad and the most influential Quran teacher in Iraq. Thousands of Kufans had memorized the Quran according to his recitation, or qira'ah. Yet despite his stature, he suffered harsh treatment during the enforcement of the Uthmanic recension.
Other early Quran scribes who possessed variant codices, such as Ubay ibn Ka'b, Abu Musa al-Ashar, Miqdad ibn al-Aswad, also faced pressure to relinquish their personal manuscripts. The forced collection and destruction of these non-standard copies, and especially the harsh treatment inflicted upon Abdullah ibn Mas'ud in Kufa, generated resentment among segments of the Muslim community. This discontent contributed to growing anger and criticism directed toward Caliph Uthman. These tensions were compounded by broader political grievances. As the years of Uthman's rule passed, accusations of nepotism became increasingly widespread. For instance, he appointed his cousin Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan as lifelong governor of Syria. He appointed his foster brother Marwan ibn al-Hakam as his chief secretary and de facto prime minister. People accused Marwan ibn al-Hakam of running the caliphate behind the scenes. He appointed his drunken half-brother al-Walid ibn Uqba as governor of Kufa, then replaced him with another Umayyad, Sa'id ibn al-As. He also gave other Umayyads governorships or high posts, for instance to Abdullah ibn Amir in Basra, and his foster brother Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh in Egypt. Caliph Uthman favored members of his Umayyad clan, appointing them to high administrative positions throughout the expanding empire. For example, he appointed his cousin Abd Allah ibn Abi Sarh as governor of Egypt, despite widespread perceptions that Ibn Abi Sarh lacked the administrative competence necessary to govern effectively. This is Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, the governor of Egypt. He ruled Upper Egypt, whose capital city was Fustat, which later became part of Cairo.
You guys might remember me from one of Nabi Asli's videos. I'm the scribe of Prophet Muhammad, who left Islam after discovering how easily I could edit Quran verses. Thanks to my foster brother, Uthman ibn Affan, I wasn't killed. He has always been my biggest helper. Now that he is the caliph, he appointed me governor of Egypt. How about that? An apostate like me has been given such a high position in the Islamic Caliphate. This could only happen because Caliph Uthman always